Hello, I'm your professor, Dr. Stephanie Mitchum, and I'm glad to be here with you for our study of religion and art. I am here, it's summer, and I'm happy to be outside and to have an opportunity to speak with all of you. I'm glad you're taking the course, and I hope you have fun. It will be intensive, so you'll have a lot of work to do in the few days that we're together, but it is a few days, so it's not too long. What I do want to, let me see, bring up is the information on your syllabus and to give some ideas about the course. First of all, I'd like to let you know that you can get information about me from your from the syllabus. I point you to the web page that is connected with the university. So feel free to look at that. I also want to talk with you a little bit about the field of religious studies. A lot of times when we think about religious studies, we think only in terms of my religion, what religion means to me, and Sunday school classes that we had. But religious studies broadens that understanding. We might talk about anything in relation to religions, and we talk about it in terms of our scholarship. We don't talk about it in terms of our own personal belief. Our own personal belief is good, but that's not our focus for this, even though it's almost impossible to avoid our own personal belief when we talk about religions. So I want to also point out that this study is about religion and art. That has grown over the years. It's not what it used to be. For instance, anyone who's ever been to church will experience certain kinds of hymns. But hymns change over time. So today there are gospel rock, gospel rap. There's all kinds of religious music that is not necessarily tied to the idea of the kind of hymnody that our parents and our grandparents knew. This is the concept of historicity. We're aware of ourselves as beings within time, and that time changes. Religion and art has changed too, and I think today it's even more exciting as we start to think about what it could be. So we are approaching our study as scholars, and if you looked at the cover of the text, that cover demonstrates that we're not talking about religion the way your parents might have talked about it. We're not talking about art the way your grandparents might have talked about it. There's something very different going on, and I hope you've gotten the text and begun to look at it. This course uh, will cover 5 modules. The text itself has 5 modules. Don't be fooled by the text just because it's got a lot of pictures. It's got a lot of content too, and we'll be drawing on that to get some ideas about what we're going to do within the course and within the time itself. I want you to know that it will take you some hours to complete the course, each module. So don't think you can wait till right at the end. I'm shutting down the module at the end of so whatever the dates say in the course schedule. Why am I doing that? I want you to be able to progress forward. There's no way at all that you can wait till, the very 2 days before the end of the course and then pop everything in. It's interactive. You will be speaking with other people in the course. You'll be talking about your ideas, and most exciting of all, I think, you will be doing field work. You'll be taking your own photos. You will be talking about how concepts appear to you. What is holiness or what is beauty? We'll talk about that as we go through the different modules. But I do ask you to plan your time well and to make sure you look at that course schedule to get that information. Each module will have several components, not only video lectures, but also some videos beyond the lectures. One of the things I did before I actually put this course together is speak with a lot of students about what they like and dislike about online courses. So what I found out is that students don't like people who just, and birds sing, that don't like courses where the instructor just lists a bunch of things to read and you do online tests. But there's also a limit as to, I wonder if this is one of somebody giving comment as well. But students also don't like the idea of only having a talking head of an instructor. So I'm trying to mix it up, trying to make it more interesting, and the fact that you will be taking your own pictures, sharing them with the entire group, and having an opportunity to discuss each other's photos, I think will make it much more interesting. So I want you to think about what it means to take pictures, and so you will need to have a phone or a laptop or a digital camera, something where you can take photos and then upload them. There will be quizzes throughout, and those quizzes are to let me know that you're on track. It's not so much, here's the hardest material you'll ever have to study, and it's not a case of memorization either. And in case you're wondering what I'm looking at my notes. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. I want to point out that you will see that my contact information, I've got 2 email addresses where you can reach me. Why? Because sometimes the university email doesn't always get through when you send me something. You're going to have to check your own email as well to make sure that it actually works, that you can send and receive emails through the university system. If you need another email for me to reach you, you need to let me know, like, immediately. I prefer to use the university one because that's the one when I'm going through the users in the content area, where I hit the button and just send you all emails that I've attached something or sent something. So you need to know that. I want to go a little bit through the syllabus, and I'm going to say, first of all, I mentioned that the 2 email addresses where I'm available, but I also have left my cell phone number. I tend to use it as my professional number. So that's the number where you reach me. Don't be fooled by the fact that it's an cell phone number. I've had students say, oh no, I can't contact the professor on the cell phone. I know how not to answer the phone if I don't want to talk to anybody. And one of the great advantages of the cell phone is that is what you will be able to use to text me if you need information right away. It's really quick and easy. for us to be in touch. This is religion and art. We're going to be looking primarily at visual art. You'll be taking photos, not videos, and the reason is videos take up more space, like this is taking up more space. But for you to all to start adding in videos, it would just make it too clunky and crowded. So instead, what I want us to do is to work with photos. We're looking then at visual art. There will be a little bit of a view of performance art and of performance art and sculpture, but not too much. Most of it will be painting and that kind of a medium. You will notice on the syllabus that there are learning outcomes. I would ask you to look at those, and I do note that this is a Carolina Core course, AIU. One of the things I forgot to mention, if there's a need for us to have a group meeting, I would like for it not to be that. But if there is, we'll have to find some kind of time where we can all get together, and I'll send out information for a Zoom call. I prefer not to do that only because everybody is everywhere, all over the place. People are traveling, people are working more intently, and so that can be difficult. So besides the lectures and the videos, you will also need to read from each of the units that are in relation to each of our modules. There will be discussion boards about your field work. There's your field work. There'll be quizzes, and then there'll be a final project. That final project will be a PowerPoint presentation that you use drawing from all of your field work in order to put together a presentation that highlights one of the topics within the book. We'll talk about that more as we go along. You will see the information under the syllabus that basically says there's a total of 220 points that is possible to get for this.